The tongue is probably the most important articulator. And when I say articulation, what I'm referring to is the ability to pronounce or articulate vowels, and in particular consonants in language and in singing. The way the tongue is moving inside the mouth is a hugely important piece of your ability to sing through and modify different vowels when you're singing. And it's super important in your ability to also articulate consonants in the lyrics when you're singing. Now, that's in regards to articulation, but this video is really more about leveraging or intrinsic anchoring. We can use the tongue to anchor or leverage inside our mouth in a way that tends to build strength and stability in your phonation package. Your configuration, your singing voice can get stronger and more stable, like tightening a belt, if you know how to use your tongue when you're singing. Now, because we need the tongue to articulate consonants, the techniques that I'm going to show you are really only relevant when we're singing open vowels, all right? Because obviously we have to use the tongue to articulate the consonants. So this is when you're singing vowels or open singing through vowels. Is when you can use the tongue to leverage and stabilize your voice. Let's talk about those three kinds of tongue positions. The first tongue position is the open throat tongue position. The open throat tongue position is the most relaxed. In fact, it doesn't really leverage at all. And that's the one thing that makes it different than the other two, which we'll talk about in a minute. The open throat tongue position looks like this. And I apologize, this might gross you out. You're going to look inside my mouth a little bit, all right? But let's face it, that's probably the best way we can do this. So I'm going to get a little close to the camera here. This is the open throat tongue position. All right. I'm moving my tongue forward and resting the tip of my tongue against the back of my bottom teeth. Lightly, don't do it too hard. And what this does is this opens up the pharynx in the back of the voice. It opens this resonant space in the back of the voice, and it allows you to resonate a little bit better. The open throat tongue position is really great for respiration. It helps you with Bernoulli vocal fold closure, which is a respiration element that we talked about already. It's great for good apagio. If you want a nice big apagio, big respiratory sound, an open throat tongue position can help a lot. It's a good position. But it doesn't leverage. It doesn't really give you that anchoring or added stability in the larynx that the other two leveraged tongue positions can give you. So let's talk about those. Leveraged tongue position number one is the tip of the tongue leveraging or pushing against the back of the bottom teeth. So unlike the open tongue position, instead of just laying near the bottom teeth, you're actually going to push and nudge against the back of the bottom teeth like this. Yeah! 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 Yay! Yay! You see how my tongue is pushing up against the back of my bottom teeth? That creates a chain reaction that contracts muscles connected to my larynx and helps create stability. fantastic for bridging the passaggio or singing in the head voice. So listen up. I know you guys all want to be able to sing in your head voice and have it sound belty. So one of the things that you can do to help you to belt better or get muscle in your head voice is these leveraged tongue positions. So number one, the first position, push the tip of the tongue against the back of the bottom teeth. The second position is similar, but instead of nudging the tip of the tongue against the back of the bottom teeth, you're gonna dig in a little bit deeper. You're gonna go underneath the roots of the bottom teeth. If you feel with your tongue, you can feel this. Put the tip of your tongue below the roots of your bottom teeth. And if you do that, there's a little bit of a fleshy part where you can feel the root of your teeth, and then you can feel your tongue kind of go in a little bit deeper, and it gets a little fleshy right here, okay? Now, I called my dentist literally and asked them what that's called. What is that fleshy part underneath the roots of your bottom teeth called? And in English, it's called the lingual vestibule. The lingual vestibule. So our tongue leveraging technique number 2 is leveraging into the lingual vestibule. Here's what it looks like from the outside, at least. I don't know if you can't see my lingual vestibule, but that would be tongue leveraging position number 1. This is tongue leveraging position number 2 at a steeper cut into the lingual vestibule. Okay. Now, that is a really great position for belting. If you want to belt, if you want to sound big and booming in your head voice, try digging your tongue into the lingual vestibule. Hey, 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 hey. All right? At least for me, it's really helpful. So when I'm rocking out and I'm belting and I'm in my head voice and I want to sound big and boomy, lately, the way I do it, the tongue configuration I've been getting into for the last couple years is often that leveraged tongue position, the second one where I dig the tip of the tongue into the lingual vestibule. You can get a lot of muscle that way, all right? So those are the 3 tongue positions that we use in singing as we sing through open vowels. The open throat tongue position, hey, which is great for opening up the pharynx, and it works well with good respiration. There are the 2 leverage tongue positions. The position number 1, where you're pushing the tip of the tongue against the back of the bottom teeth. Yeah! And then there is the more aggressive leverage tongue position, where you dig the tongue into the lingual vestibule. Yeah! Okay, so try these 3 tongue positions, and you will find that they will be particularly helpful for you, especially when you're bridging the passaggio and trying to get some boom and some full adducted voices in your head voice. There you go.